Now, I'm just going to leave all this to on your table. But firstly, I would like to say something. Recently, I traveled to Abuja and I went by road, and it cost me 34,000 naira from Abuja to Port Harcourt. And now the president is saying transportation should be subsidized 50% off. How is this supposed to happen?
Chinny,
Look,
the office of the president is sacred because during inauguration, it is a sacred scripture that is used to inaugurate the president. If it's Muslim, the Quran. If it's Christian, the Bible. That's what makes the office of the president sacred. I wouldn't want to say anything here that will in any way demean the office of the president, especially the person of President Ahmed Tinubu. But you see, this president is busy removing cobwebs without killing the spider.
Okay. Okay, let me ask this. Now,
he is busy removing cobwebs without killing the spider. The cobwebs will come
now, Dr. Okochi, fuel is very expensive now. Since the removal of subsidy, Nigerians have been suffering. Now, if you're talking about transportation, the first thing that should come into our mind is fuel. It wasn't like this until the subsidy was removed and everything skyrocketed. In a sense that you cannot buy 10,000 naira fuel and take to Akwa Ibom State as it stands now. And then the president is saying that they're going to subsidize this. He has not talked about if they are going to reduce the price of fuel. So how possible would this be? I know you are saying that he's busy removing the cobwebs without killing the spider. But again, you are right, because he just says something that this is going to last just till January. It means that, January 4th. But my question is, has he put any measures in place to help the drivers, to help the transporters, to help the drivers to get fuel that will be able to help them to subsidize it? What happened if they put 10,000 naira fuel and then they're charging as it used to and vehicles stop on the road? Would the president come down to do something?
Immaculata, what you have asked me is not what I have said. You are with me. This president, which I respect because of his sacred office, is busy removing cobwebs and keeping the spiders. He is wrong, completely wrong.
Now, let's assume
it won't
that
help us now.
The president had the intention of actually killing the spiders, but he went on to remove the cobwebs. Now, how would he have killed the spiders in this case?
Simple. That subsidy which was removed, that is the verb, return. Simple.
Is it possible to just have this? Because it's just like a 2 weeks, 2 weeks giveaway per se. So is it possible for him to have just, okay, for these 2 weeks, I'm going to subsidize the price of fuel in Nigeria? Was that?
Hey, then let's continue to have a bag of rice for 60,000 naira now. Let's continue.
And Dr. Okochi, don't you think...
Let's collapse the country. Let's collapse the country.
Dr. Okochi, if you collapse the country, where will you stay?
Let's collapse the country.
Okay, Dr. Okochi, let's go here. Now, let's assume that the president is not actually going to say anything about
Sorry,
fuel.
May 29, 195,000 naira, by 195 naira fuel, when you were being inaugurated. Now it is 720. Let us collapse the country. If you don't want to return fuel subsidy for whatever reasons, let's continue to collapse the country until he does not have a country to live in. He himself does not have a country to live in.
Now, Doc, don't you actually see a reason with him? I think he gave his reasons for why the subsidy should be removed. Don't you at least reason with him on that initiative of removing the subsidy?
Why will I reason with a man who took away subsidy and is punishing the populace, but the reason for removing subsidy we can't still find. We can't find it.
But he's saying, he actually said that.
Sorry, ma. Part of the reason for removing subsidy is that what is saved will be rechanneled. Has school fees dropped? Transportation from May. Is it not just December now that he's declaring, which we have not yet? It's only a declaration, and it will end by January 4. That's so. I said no, school fees didn't drop. Food items, the cost didn't drop. Transportation did not drop. House rent did not drop. Have you noticed how things are going up, including land now? Where land used to be 200,000, it is now 2 million. It's now this. Everything is a million. Where are those benefits for removing subsidy? It is for SUVs. Leave this matter.
Dr. Okochi, don't you think that the federal government is doing a lot already? Because, I mean, for you to get things stable, it will definitely hurt some persons. Everybody cannot benefit at the same time. And he said that he is doing all of this to be able to stabilize the economy of Nigeria. So don't you think that that is what is going on at this moment?
Let me tell you, let me give you one. I told myself that that God should give me the remembrance so I can mention this before we close. If you want to know if this country is moving, I will give you a very simple test. The cost of pure water. As long as the cost of pure water is 2 for 50 naira, this country is dying. What is pure water? If you want to know a president that is working, pure water should go back to 5 naira. Until he does that.
Well,
When I started buying water, a bag was 60 naira. A bag of 20. And they will give you, if you buy 10, they will give you 1 extra.
But Dr. Okochi, don't you think that Nigerians are just overdoing it because we take advantage of everything? So don't you think because of the prices of things, Nigerians just want to do their own part?
When I buy fuel for 195 and you make it 720, what are you trying to tell me? I'm paying 720 naira for what I used to buy 195, and you are telling me it's from me, the industrialist, from me, the entrepreneur. If you drop it to 195 and I still sell 2 sachet or 2 sachet for 50, then you blame me. I keep telling you that the problem is the problem, and you're telling me that the problem is not the problem.
All right, we'll find out which is the problem, whether the problem is the problem or not the problem.